Yo, what's good, y'all? If you tapped in, you already know who I am. If not, my name is Caleb Jarrell. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's imperative that you take life serious at a young age. I ain't saying that you're not gonna make mistakes or you're not gonna fail, but one thing that I've learned, like with me being 20, is you gotta take a risk. You can't be scared of failure, but the thing is with failure, it comes with a risk. But if you just never do it or never take a chance, then the risk is inevitable. Like there's no way that you can go around it. So therefore you have to take risk in life. So I remember, man, when I was a freshman in high school, we was at football practice and one of my coaches was trying to get me to play baseball. I was a 3-sport athlete or whatever. And I'm sitting here telling them like I don't think I'm finna to do baseball no more because it's like my heart really not in it, my mind really, my headspace not really there for it. I just want to focus on football and basketball at the time. Over the course of time, I just wanted to do football, honestly. So I remember them telling me like, or asking me what I was gonna be doing in between the seasons and different things like that. And I'm telling them like, I'm gonna just focus on myself, focus on finding a job and stacking up some bread. And I remember almost every single coach was telling me like, you got the rest of your life to work. Okay, I see what they're saying, but then the other side of me was like, I don't want to be in the same position that you in though. And it's no shots to them being teachers and coaches, but at the same time, it's like, and I'm not even saying that a lot of them live like this, but majority of the people in the world or that you come across that's in your circle, that you grew up around or whatever, they live check to check. And I'm not saying that life is gonna be all perfect all the time, but at the same time, I see myself more than being somebody that was born to live check to check, to go to work all day, pay bills, and die. Like I see more for that in my life, and I know it's a lot of y'all that see it too. But at the same time, you're not gonna get there if you don't put in the work. So, like I said, like back in high school when I was a junior, I ended up having leg surgery, and that literally like was the point that changed my life. It's like motivation, and it's like a reminder of, okay, this is a position that I was in, but God rerouted me. He changed my plans. Like He actually guided my steps, and literally like when you build a relationship with God, it's gonna start to be certain things that He desired for you to do that start becoming your desires. And I feel like you only really understand it when you have been through it. So therefore, a lot of y'all might not agree with it at the same time. It's like I think the biggest thing is really just being in tune with God and building a relationship with Him. Just focusing on yourself, and you'll start to see over time that a lot of the times that routes that you thought you was gonna take might get rerouted, or He might take you on a detour. But at the same time, it's like you gotta trust in it, and once He see that you can put faith in Him, He'll start to show you and come through for anything that it is that you need, and you'll start to gain more knowledge or get around the right people that assist you, or get around the right people that can guide you and help you make better decisions and kind of give you more insight on life. And I'm glad that I experienced it at a young age, because me going through this, like I can see so much more for myself, and I'm not willing to just live life regular. Like to me, it's more than just going to work, living paycheck to paycheck, and then dying. Like I know life shouldn't be like that. I know God got more than that in store in me. So that's why I say you gotta figure out what you want to do early in life and stop wasting time. And I'm not saying everything gonna come overnight. Like you should be stressing about it, but at the same time, it's like you need to be having on the mindset of what it is that you need to be doing to get to where you want to be in life. And you gotta have the right motives behind it, because if you don't, then it's not gonna last. It's not gonna sit there and come to you overnight. Like you gotta have long suffering. You gotta be able to have self-control and discipline and work on your character and different things. Like a lot of things begin to become easier because you have the right mindset. So you gotta shift your mindset and go from the old things that you used to do, or whether it's like being around old people or just bad habits at the same time. It's like you gotta check yourself and really ask yourself and be real with yourself. What is it that I need to do? What is it that I need to give up? What is it that I need to add? And instilled in my life. And once you start being real with yourself and actually apply it, then you can start seeing the results. A lot of times, like a lot of people will pay for knowledge or get around people and get the knowledge, but you're not gonna be wise or have that wisdom that you should have unless you apply it. That's a part of having wisdom is acquiring the knowledge, but the other part of having wisdom is actually putting it into application. I remember growing up, I would always hear that I have an old soul or that I grew up before my time, or grew up before my age, but I don't know what it is, but I guess God just instilled it to me that life can happen at any point. So with me growing up, it was like, and I see it kind of being a negative thing in a way, but and a positive. So I took it both ways, but it's like in any situation, I used to always think of the worst outcome. And I'm not saying that that's a good thing to have, but at the same time, I'm glad that I kind of thought like that because it allowed me to mature at a young age and it allowed me to see different perspectives at a young age. So it's like you have to be real with yourself in life. You have to understand, okay, boom, my parents died, what's gonna happen in life? Am I gonna step up as a man and take care of the things I need to take care of? Not saying that that's not a bad place to be in life, and not saying that that's like something that you shouldn't grieve about in different things, but at the same time, it's like, okay, it's life. Life happens, so you have to figure out how to adjust. You have to figure out how to have certain momentum and be able to still go throughout the day and continue to better yourself, continue to be able to allow God and you to work together to be in a better position in life. So it's like you have to be real with yourself in life. So you can't just keep focusing on the things that don't matter. You can't keep focusing on things that's outside of what you got going on. You can't keep focusing on different distractions. So you just need to lock in on what it is that you need to do and really build a foundation to where it's like, okay, I see this for myself. God has showed me this in my life where I feel God pulling me towards this, and you really got to work towards it and be on your grind every day. You'll recognize a lot of things that you went through life was necessary for you to be where you need to be at. It's very important that you get the knowledge that you need. That's very important, but at the same time, it's just as much or even more important for you to actually apply it. So therefore, you have to figure out where do you need to apply it in your life. You have to figure out what are you slacking. You have to figure out what's holding you back. You have to figure out what's being distracting. And you have to really be real with yourself and be like, okay, these are the adjustments that I need to make in my life. And this is what's going to help me get to the place that I see myself. But the problem is a lot of people don't see themselves being where they need to be or where they want to be. You actually have to have that vision. And once you get that vision, you have to do the things necessary to help you get to that vision. It's not going to be a quick process. It's going to be a process that's going to take time for you to mold into this new mindset. It's going to be a process for you to unlearn a lot of the same or certain things that people around you might have instilled in you. Or it's going to be a process for you to unlearn and fill up your tank with the things that's necessary and the positive things that allow you to be where you need to be in life, be where you see yourself in life. So, like I said, like at a young age, bro, I know a lot of people had a mindset of like, okay, I can party, I can do this and all that right now. Cool, you can have fun, different things like that. I'm not saying that you're not even gonna have fun while you grinding, because you can. Because the more you grind, the more the things around you kind of get easier as far as like navigating in the world and understanding life and starting to understand the things and the people that you need to bring around and be around in your life. So yes, you can have fun. Like I don't get the thought or see how people get the thought process of, okay, I'm grinding, I'm not having no fun. Like you got to make the grind fun. Like yes, grind as much as you can, but at the same time, take that time to rest. Take that time to take care of yourself and take care of your mental. All of that is important because it's got to be a balance. And once you find that balance to where you can set this time apart to be like, okay, I'm grinding through all this day. I'm grinding at this time. I'm grinding at this point in my life. You also have to have time to where you can sit back and slow down and don't live too fast to where you can't recognize the growth that you have made in your life. You feel me? So yes, everything is important. Yes, it's cool to have fun and different things like that at a young age, but at the same time, you have to come to a point to where you can mature and be like, okay, I see this plan for my life, so what am I gonna do to get to that point in my life? The main thing is you got to be on God's speed. Everything not gonna come on your speed. There's gonna be times where God gonna have to teach you patience. There's gonna be times where it's gonna be certain things and people that you deal with that make you work on your character in a way, because you have to learn how to deal with people. You have to learn how to handle business. You have to learn how to do what it is that you need to do right now. How bad do you want to grow? How bad do you want to mature? How bad do you want to be where you want to be in life? And if you really want to be there that bad, you'll make the adjustments. Because there's gonna come a time where you're older and you recognize the time that you wasted. It's gonna come a time where you living in regrets from decisions that you made. And that's what I'm saying now. At a young age, when you learn all of that stuff and get close to God and have a relationship with God and different things like that, and you actually listen to the counsel that you get, it's a lot of things that you can dodge and not have to go through. Like I said, not saying that life don't happen, but at the same time, it's certain things that you don't have to experience from other people's experiences. So listen to the people that's around you that's giving you valuable insight. Listen to what they got going on and apply it. And if you not in that position right now to where you can apply it, listen to it and be like, okay, that's valid. So I'm gonna store it. And then if I'm ever in that position, it's good that I have that knowledge to where I can apply it. You feel me? So you don't want to grow up living in regrets. You don't want to grow up thinking like, dang, I should have did this back when I was younger. I'm not saying that you're not gonna make mistakes, but at the same time, I'm saying that you want to be in a position to where you can do the most that you can with your life. As a man, your life should be about purpose. That should be your number one goal in life, is living in your purpose. So as a man, you have to understand that your life is built on purpose. So you have to figure out what your purpose is, what it is that you need to be doing to be the man that you're supposed to be. And if anything come around that tries to take you off your purpose or detour you from your purpose or anything like that, you gotta stray away from it. You can't let it get you off your P's and Q's, you feel me? And sometimes you gotta give up things that you care about for real in order to continue to fulfill your purpose. But the things that's supposed to be around, things that add to your purpose and your purpose in life are gonna be there. I promise you that. You're gonna sit there and keep asking yourself why you not where you wanna be in life, when the main thing that can change that is you. Work on yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, all of that daily, and allow God to just take his speed with you, take his time, and you'll start to see over the course of time how it play out. And I promise you, you're gonna love it.